saying? In the building.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, heads up, ass on the fifth. You know what this is, how we do this, y'all. We like to load for another episode of Freedom on Radio and on Intellectual Radio. I'm slacking on this. Heads up, eyes open. Let's try this again, y'all. Heads up, eyes open, and fist clench. Y'all know who this is and how we do this, y'all. Let's make history. Let's take history. Let's tape history, y'all. Once again, we like to load for another episode of Freedom on Radio, Intellectual Radio. I think we're expecting to try something here on our weekly show, which is hosted by Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. Yours truly, Chairman Fred Jr. Also that of Robert Allen, a.k.a. the Lady of Rage, y'all. Khalid, I see you right on. Alakim, I need you on deck. I need you on deck August 30th before they bring. I need that man. We're trying to raise something, but we need all the museum up here August 30th. We need the traveling museum. We need everybody we can up here, y'all. August 30th for the Chairman Fred Streets party. I just want to get that off my chest. But forget that. That's a PSA, a People's Service announcement, y'all. I think Brother Darren Muhammad, y'all know Darren Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? We down from Tubman City. I think we're gonna be cross-referencing. He's gonna call in from his show. I don't know how we're gonna work this out because there's a lot of discussion going on about Baltimore. And we feel, you know what I'm saying, we pride ourselves on being able to get that direct connection. What's going on down there as opposed to going through third hand. So Darren Muhammad should be calling in to the show. Matter of fact, I gotta tag him with the number. I just tagged him now, so somebody can make sure they hit Darren Muhammad's page to make sure he call in. If you can't get through him, either with 929-477-3785. Make sure you hit us up at 708-223-8953. My Dre in the building. That's what it is. Craig Big Dog, every field marshal in the building. That's what it is. Lewinsky Patrick. That's what it is, y'all. I see y'all in the building. Free them all. Let's make history. Let's take history. Let's tape history, y'all. Real talk. Kazan, I see you. That's what it is. Yeah. Sister Melissa, I appreciate it. But like everything, we're doing some issues everywhere, and I called my sister for some advice on how we get rid of some of these unwanted guests. These gnats trying to they're popping up at the Hampton House. And Sister Melissa was saying something about this apple cider and these different natural options, but like so many other situations, so many other contradictions. It's so non-organic contradictions. I mean, I don't think these are no regular gnats. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with other issues. So we gotta, so some of these remedies, you know what I'm saying? I know our grandma always never told us to lay it down. But, hey, we gotta take the gloves off of these jokers. I'm talking about, straight chemical biological warfare. Because other than that, they ain't playing no games. So we gotta do what it do, y'all. Or at least intensify some of these organic remedies, you know what I'm saying? Because these are some unnatural conditions that we're dealing with, you know what I'm saying? It trickles down, it impacts everything, you know what I'm saying? From the GMO vegetables to the GMO type of organizations. It's like, kind of say how we deal with certain contradictions. There was certain, rules. We just talking this past Saturday, Triple C's. We had the water battle. Y'all come on out there too Saturday. You know, so y'all ain't scared. Come on out there. Saturday, the Hampton House. We had a full day. We had just left the campaign, hitting the streets, hitting the ground in regards to the campaign to find Kiara Coles, find them all. We still participate on that campaign. We was out there with the family of Father Joseph Coles that came back, to the Hampton House. We had divided up teams. And we had went in, and it was we talked about, like the rules of engagement, to the youth, how how you there's certain times that you draw pull your water gun on somebody else, and this is stuff that a lot of people take for granted. These are something that this generation is deprived of because you got so many, you're dealing with non-natural elements. They know, they're not playing tag, they're not playing football, they're not playing actual, there's no human interaction. You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing little sisters out there playing double dutch rope. You know what I'm saying? So they're in a situation where they can hit these video games and shoot up everybody, do drive-bys, engage in sexual intercourse, and then just press restart whenever they feel like it. This impacts the psyche. You know what I'm saying? Because it's never no human interaction. So you're not playing with no rules. So you see like a lot of these cats in their conversations and they battle. So we had come up with it, even with our adversaries. There was some rules of engagement, you know what I'm saying? I remember, as a youngster, we have some issues with some cats. You say, okay, man, make sure all the children going inside. You know what I'm saying? This how we, crazy as that sound. These are rules of engagement. We talked about that with say the Hampton House water battle. These are not just water gun battles. The Triple C programs are not just about no free food. You know what I'm saying? Minister P. Newton said that, we must even politicize the gun. What made our gun different from the police's gun? You know what I'm saying? The politics, you know what I'm saying? And so that's what we're talking about here, man. So again, we doing some in a lot of times we got to recognize we're doing some situations on steroids. You know what I'm saying? These are some non-natural conditions, and the deal is we have to in this war liberation, we got to engage in some cold acts, but struggle not to become a cold people. And not the politics, you know what I'm saying, is the only thing that can sustain us. A lot of times catch me tomorrow, well, we just know ourselves and we read this book or drink this juice, we cool. Then you bring a knife, if that, to a gunfight. You know what I'm saying? Because you deal with a Machiavellian machine that, you know what I'm saying, that is turned individuals and communities inside out. When they get through with a community, when they get through the individual, you know what I'm saying, the before and after, a Jenny Jones commercial ain't got nothing on it. You know what I'm saying? We add on to the old saying, which is God created African American made niggas, and we add on to that the machine, the man's the machine manufactured Chirac. What you see, this is not something just popped up, you know what I'm saying, this on his own volition. This is a response, and it trickles down to even the type of insects. In fact, there was a post recently I just seen, and this came from the ruling class media, talking about even the environment in Chicago has taken. You don't see the I don't know the exact term for them, but we reference the lightning bugs. The lightning in Chicago. You don't see. They say the environment now. You know what I'm saying? You don't see lightning bugs. Now they can acknowledge that the environment has impacted. That you don't see lightning bugs. What do you think the children, the different dynamics? You know what I'm saying? I was, just talking like, it's like a meme or a joke. You know what I'm saying? So they talk about like even how do you barbecue in Chicago inside their homes? You do that right to fireflies. You don't see them. We as children we go on, we catch them, put them in a jar with the grass. You know, so that was every little dynamic, it impacts us. It's the ecosystem. You can take one part away from it, can take away from the whole dynamic. You know what I'm saying? And this was happening to our community, y'all. We live and direct, y'all. We're looking for our brother Dan Muhammad to call in. We're going to talk about what's happening in Baltimore. Let's talk the contradictions that, you know what I'm saying, U.S. President Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying, the issues he raised, you know what I'm saying, Elijah Cummings, and as well as Reverend Al Sharpton, told the conditions of Baltimore, and people say, well, our people's response was, well, his son owns the buildings, is a slumlord owned the buildings in Baltimore. If I'm correct, I don't think he denied that he's like complicit with the crime. He brought it up, and the deal is, to acknowledge it. You know, what I'm saying? A lot of times it takes these criminals, you know, what I'm saying, out their own mouth. You know, what I'm saying? Like Park talked about, like the conditions, you know, that was happening in Baltimore, and these are not anything in our community is not in the detached or independent from that of the ruling class. You dig? It's like, you know, we talk about Chicago, the history of the street organization. So that cannot be detached from this about the history of the segregation in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Or even the Capones and the Dailies and Mary Daly Sr. was part of growing up the Hamburglers. You know what I'm saying? This tie is intrinsic. It's intrinsic. It's tied into the cloth of it. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? The different universities, the universities and stuff. The history of chemical biological warfare, the trickle down impact. You see on the wire about the heroin and so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? The University of Chicago is studying and treating black people like lab rats. The trickle down impact. You know, so we got to talk about that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But the deal is, let's acknowledge it, and it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing being oppressed. A lot of people say something about a certain respective plantation. Not mine, not my church, not my school, not my city. You know what I'm saying? And become defensive about, you know, the person. Whoa, wait, you know, these contradictions. You know what I'm saying? Even Trump, what he said about Africa. You know what I'm saying? the deal is, let's open the discussion. What conditions? Who, you know what I'm saying? Who created conditions? You know what I'm saying? A country place. Where you go out to the various parts of Africa. You know what I'm saying? Ghana. You know what I'm saying? Sierra Leone. You know what I'm saying? The various countries you go out there, and you say, wait a minute, how is it? Okay, I can see one dynamic, one part of, you know what I'm saying, the detriment impact, but the consistency, and say, wait a minute, how is it all these? It's so rich in resources. This continent, you know what I'm saying, it's been decimated, you know what I'm saying, to the point where, you know what I'm saying, we see something, you know, why other people are going to Africa, you know what I'm saying, and the resources that they have. And so these are, so why is there two different Chicago? Why is there Chicago and there a Chirac? Why is there Brazil two different? Talk about these contradictions. Talk about what's happening. You know what I'm saying? The continuous murders of our black children, black women, black men, our people. Again, if this was happening to white poodles in these numbers, there'll be a world uproar, not only outcry, uproar, and you know. The 75th and Stewart, there were two young ladies, you know, I think 26 and 31 years old, who recently murdered. And, you know, somebody said, well, it doesn't make a difference who's doing it. I beg to differ. I think we should distinguish fratricide from genocide. I think we should point out, because the deal is a certain powerlessness that we feel that we can't even talk about it. And, you know, even how it impacts our psyche. I made a comment. Why is it that soon we hear about these murders, nothing else comes to mind? We don't think about the state, the cartel, or any dynamics working state entity. Automatically, black people. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, some cat put on the response all these stats. In fact, he didn't get some white folks the same system. That's the, you know what I'm saying? That's pulling the strings of different dynamics. You know what I'm saying? His opposition that these murders, are being orchestrated, you know, directly and indirectly. And again, as a criminal psychologist said, the first thing you go to when you go to a crime scene, that's what our communities are. They're crime scenes. It's who benefited. You know what I'm saying? There are countless cases, cases in Detroit, Ohio, Chicago, you name it, where there have been individuals who have, you know, tried to cooperate with the police. They tell them about the crime, and they, you know, come to, you know, they see how who's behind the scenes. Again, if you believe that the police or the state want to stop crime in the community, you believe that Don King want to stop boxing. There's a big economy. There's big crime. Whether it's via drug trade, you know what I'm saying, harvesting of body organs, you name it. You know what I'm saying? These are different dynamics that we get to acknowledge in our community, y'all. We live and direct on Freedom Radio, Intellectual Radio, y'all. Y'all come on and call in. Better yet, come on and cub in with us, y'all. We need y'all support, y'all. We're on the countdown to St. Hampton House. We need y'all support. Come on at that Chairman Fred Jr. at gmail.com via PayPal. With us support you can. Come on through the Hampton House this Saturday, 2 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? For Triple C's, Children Community Clubs. Let's get our brother Darren Muhammad and see where he at. Maybe reach out. Maybe we got to call in. So come on, we got any callers in queue?
Caller 404-436
Freedom on. Yes, indeed. I hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me, Freedom on? Can you hear me, my brother?
I can hear you loud and clear.
That's what's
Revolutionary love to you, Chairman Fred Hampton Jr.
Revolutionary love, right? Black at you, my brother. I have been honored and humbled, you know what I'm saying, to tag team with you on the airwaves a number of occasions, actually touch down with you face to face. Matter of fact, let me say this quick too before I forget. We on an emergency tour move. We want to get that way before August is over with. We're going to say the Hampton House tour. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm going to bring some major players out. I think I'm going to get Mother Comrade and our Barrage Committee and our Central Committee come out there with us. But I'll talk to you more about that in detail later on. But I am honored to be able to try this move here. You know what I'm saying? Do we network in the audiences that you have let in and that we have, you know what I'm saying? And you are an asset, you know what I'm saying, to our people. You know, it's an information that you have historically provided. Again, we truly appreciate, truly love you, brother. So again, we, you know what I'm saying, the fact that we had this opportunity.
I got you, brother. Truly appreciate you here.
Yes,
appreciate
indeed.
you here in Tubman City, and of course, revolutionary love to you and all the comrades there, and Chi-Town, Chirac, Chicago, my brother.
Yes, indeed.
So I'll pause there, and I'll turn the mic over to you.
Yes, sir, my brother. Yes, sir. Okay, that's what it is. I want to I want to go straight into it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's so many comparisons. You know what I'm saying? I mean, day to day or week to week, depending on whose interest it works in. They play with the numbers, but the deal is people down on the ground. We know that there are, direct comparisons. When we talk about Ohio, when we talk about Detroit, Chirac, and Baltimore, we're gonna see these. Whether we talk about the different laws that are being put in place, whether we talking about even the timing of the uprisings, and also the dynamic of neo-colonialism. In other words, different Negroes put in place to sidetrack the question about the oppression of our people. Even there's we want to seize the time with some discussion that a lot of us don't want to have. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying don't want to have is because Baltimore has been in the spotlight lately. You know what I'm saying? And some of the usual suspects, some of the easily identified individuals, in U.S. President Donald Trump. Sometimes people just throw out the baby with the bathwater and say, well, if he said it, just forget everything he said. But the deal is, it's an old saying that even a broke clock is right twice a day. And Trump has made some accusations in regards to Baltimore. Some of the representatives, Elijah Cummings, as well as some of the even some of the we refer to as the state-sanctioned spokesperson. The Reverend Sharp and the likes. But what's like in the country? It's a lot of people debating and what's the conditions like in Baltimore, and some people took offense to it. But I don't think Trump. Now some people came back and bring up that this came out like even when the uprisings of the Freddie Gray situation, where people talking about like the Baltimore Orioles, the people, the benefactors of the oppression of our people. But now some people talking about Trump's son being a slumlord in certain conditions, and I don't even think that he came out denying that he benefits of the oppression of our people, but he called out some of the black faces. The black people don't say that are complicit with this. What's the take? Give us a background. What's going on in Baltimore? What's the discussion like? What how are people responding to this? This discussion about the conditions. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty brutal terms that have been thrown out there. You know what I'm saying? They're saying rat infested, so on and so forth. What's the discussion like, and what's the community's take down there in Baltimore?
Yes, sir. Well, I was on it this past Monday to do. I didn't mention at the top of the show. I did an interview with Washington Post. So I'm waiting for the young ladies. It was two young ladies reported as the camera woman, and picked them up, took them in front of everyone's place, showed them the 7th congressional district, took them to ground zero like we did with you when you came to Texas.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, so took them there, let them see the real, we front line as we talk about what really goes on in the city. But also we talk about historically, because we say today is built on yesterday and tomorrow is built on today. So we have to give them, of course, a protracted history of how the historic 7th congressional district got to be the way it is today, because similar to what we see in Chicago, it's a man grab and a land grab. So many of the these state institutions, state-sponsored institutions, right?
Yes.
Terms of the universities and the banks have came in, used Representative Elijah Cummings. He's the longest-serving black congressional elected official, similar to Danny Davis, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Chicago, right?
Yes.
So they used him to pacify the masses while they stole the land from underneath the feet of the people, closed up the black banks on his watch, right?
Yeah.
So it could not have happened without his complicity and his delusion for the most part. So, so that's one of the things that we've seen. Closed schools. And at a time that Elijah Cummings was talking about children, undocumented children, that's migrants that's at the border, and how they were defecating on themselves and couldn't take showers. We live in Baltimore City. Likewise, we talk about in Chicago, where in Baltimore City, we got 150 schools out of 170 schools that still have high levels of lead in the water, and the fountains are cut off, brother. And they have signs over top of the fountain that says, for hand washing only, do not drink. Now this is history. And I was with the organization that, remember we talked about Tyrone Fowler's former FBI agent.
Yes. Eyes of my soul. Record. Yes. Yes.
So as a member of the organization, he was heading up at that time, Children First. We fought to get the fountains cut off. But yet to this day, they continue to deliver bottled
Yes.
But yet he couldn't say to Obama's EPA Secretary Jackson, we got a public health crisis in Baltimore regarding the water and the high levels of lead in the water. Can you give us an infusion of emergency funds, because this is a state of emergency, that they can fix these pipes overnight? So I jokingly said that they changed all those water signs that they have in each school and put up for whites only, right, to drink. They fix the pipes overnight. What you think about that? And we see the same conditions in Chicago and Chirac. Is that right?
Exactly. And you know, some valid, powerful points, my brother. You raised it. So something that there's something that never ceases to amaze me. Like, you know, it's something how, in particular, you know, to the petty bourgeoisie, but even down to it has impacted, you know, saying even people on the valley, the mass down the valley, how there's certain discussions that, you know, saying this is not to take away or negate those conditions that other communities are going through, but the hypocrisy. When you said, you know, like you said, there's an issue where, this was sparked. You know, when Elijah Cummings was talking about the conditions that, you know, said, you know, other countries, particularly I believe the Spanish-speaking community was going through, and it's similar to like even when they were like people said they were surprised, they couldn't believe like how children were being separated from parents, and in our communities, it's, you know, like, you know, people accept it as a norm, as Department of Children and Family Services, so on and so forth, and we become immune to, you know, and the deal is, like even in our own communities, like, you know, immune to it, and the deal is that we only can have the discussion. Like I tell people when we implemented the African anti-terrorism bill, I told people everything that they're talking about for other communities, you can apply them. Like, you know, the definition of genocide. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was not an actual term, because Adolf Hitler and the likes were doing what they were doing to Africans. It was euphemisms. It was referred to as the African corpse. But when it happened to white people in white, you know, saying in Nazi Germany, that's when the term genocide came into place. And it's amazing how we have to wait for these type of dynamics just say for the discussion to even happen. If there are atrocities and contradictions, it should be universally, you know, saying acknowledged. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took the conditions in Cook County Jail, the conditions in Baltimore. In Baltimore, I remember it had to be over. I'm gonna say 15 years. I forget what is this? O'Malley.
Because when Trump talk about the billions of dollars that's been stolen and missing, it started on the watch of Martin O'Malley. Martin O'Malley went from the mayor to become the governor, and he redistricted Congressman Cummings' district from Baltimore City, which was called the Jewel of Baltimore, all the way into Howard County and Baltimore County, so that the white congressional officials, right, Jews and Greeks, could have access to the wealth that was in the predominantly black community and black population, so they were dispersing our black political power, just as they've been doing in Chicago. Yeah. And of course, his cozy relationship with Obama, as the banks were foreclosing on the homes, the majority of it in the 7th congressional district. Wow. That Obama said $1.8 billion here, and nobody can account for where this $1.8 billion went. And that was just 1 year. They just had, after the uprisings in the Freddie Gray, they sent money here after that. And the only one that we seen that built something or got a building was Jamal Grimes, and you know about that cat, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nobody wants to have an audit to say, where did this money go? So this is what Trump has been talking about. Billions been pumped in. They pumped what they call the promise zones under Obama. They had promise zone money, and they did it in Chicago, right? Chicago became a promise zone, right? Promise zone,
with the TIF, the tax increment funds, same type of tax. You know what I'm saying? They use our you know what I'm saying, our numbers, our stats, and our faces. They tell us, you know, right? Take the census, write up for the census, give you information. But you know, when the resources come down to the community, somehow, or even with the transit line, it goes to the blue line, green line. It doesn't go to, you know, saying the benefit of people on the red line. It's we all together. You know, saying our faces are used, but then the resources come down. It's like a vanishing act. It does not benefit the community.
That's right. And the reason why is because under Obama and Clinton, what they essentially was running was a giant slush fund. And that's what Trump knows. They were running a Ponzi scheme. It was like they were creating shadow groups
Yes, yes, yes.
Some of the black churches, right? So therefore, the money would eventually flow back to Obama and the Clintons for these other activities that they were carrying on. So that's what Trump is saying. He's dropping it out there for people really listen to what he's saying.
Yeah. I think it makes it interesting that even.
So you remember what they were trying to do, like with Michael Scott, right? Share people with the people what they were trying to do with Michael Scott, who at that time was with the Chicago public school system, right?
Michael Scott, if you go back and look, when they were first coming with the what was that? Arnie Duncan. What was the program?
Arnie Duncan was Obama's boy.
Yes. The program they came with to the Renaissance 2010. Renaissance 2010. Which was a program literally they were putting together in 2004, which he could not have done without the complicity of Negroes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's important we say, even we talk about us being kidnapped from Africa. The Portuguese could never got us with the assistance of some Negro kings. But the Renaissance 2010, when it's similar to like the Chicago 21 plan under Mayor Daley Sr., they broke up these schools. They had took, and we've seen it result to an antagonistic situation. The death of Darren Albert at Finger High School, where they took the Renaissance 2010, where they took Argyle Gardens. They closed these schools down in the black community, and they converted majority of them to which results now to Chicago having the highest per capita of military academies. And they took it and they exploited the race and the class contradiction in a city that was known as the top segregated city in the country. Where we see the Crane High School on the west side of Chicago, the black children and the Mexicano children were overnight packed on top of each other. We seen the children that was taken from an area known as the Ville in Argyle Gardens, overnight taken from other communities and packed on the children with Finger High School, which is a more petty bourgeoisie area. And they created antagonistic situations similar to we seen in the 60s in Chicago, where the University of Chicago, Sears and Roebuck, First National Bank, Rockefeller Foundation, Ford Foundation had set up a situation where they created an antagonistic situation between the then Blackstone Rangers and the Double Disciples. They created a crime epidemic where the property value was decreased, and the University of Chicago and all their property, similar to what the Belgium and the French did in Rwanda, with exploiting another class contradiction between the Hutus and the Tutsis. And and again, that Renaissance 2010, Arnie Duncan, and there's so many Negroes who were complicit with their program. And we still paying the price for that.
That's right. And I think that's why people have not stopped and looked at it, right? In terms of the effects. We see the effects, but don't deal with the cause. Why our communities look the way they look. That's why I said today,
yes.
I saw it yesterday, and tomorrow I'm still doing today.
Yes, yes, sir.
That Barack Obama was the
coldest drug America dropped on.
Well,
again, yes, indeed. Barack Obama was the coldest drug that America has dropped on blacks since crack. And some people have gone through rehab and they're trying. You give an opportunity. And it was such a cold drug. You see, like even when they try to bring these other ones out, you know what I'm saying? These modern day, it's not. It don't have that same dynamic. I'm talking about this drug had a certain type of walk, a certain type of talk. They had put together the history, the time, all that. Now, they come with some other different type of. They've been trying to sell some more narcotics. The Cory Booker's and Kamala Harris, all that. But that Obama was a cold piece. You know what I'm saying? The cold piece. And some cats still gnawing out. They still gnawing out from it. Some people try to go to rehab, but they get back around. Hey, they gonna fall off the wagon. They get back around it because and some of their packs, they wait till they build this library. Or they ain't through. Wait till they build this library in Chicago. Or it's going. You can see the impact. I'm talking about they moving us up out of here in mass numbers. I'm talking. I mean, it's a pushing them up out of there. They had the complexity of Negroes like the Gates and others, you know what I'm saying, people don't even see it coming. People are applauding. You know what I'm saying? Well, all you only vehicles you see really in the community now is the U-Hauls and the funeral cars. You know? It's
what they're prospering in, what they're opening up in Baltimore, the opioid centers and dialysis center, Chairman Fred. The new weapons of mass destruction is what they opening up, man. Dialysis centers and opioid. And the reason why they opening up the opioid centers is because of Wall Street, Goldman Sachs, and Obama's boy, the one who used to be the governor in Massachusetts. He's now the head of Bain Capital, Deval Patrick. You know that, right?
Now, Deval Patrick, he's the head. No, I didn't know that. He's okay. Say it again. And this is one who they say
Bain Capital. You Google Bain Capital is backing opening up opioid centers.
Yeah.
They've been accelerating and oversaturating the black community with these opioid methadone centers right now, brother.
And they say he's supposed to come out of the north side, like Cabrini Green Housing Project in Chicago. They have a resume. I'm to the point now that I don't think they just exploit the psychological profile of these individuals. I'm to the point now that they literally create these individuals. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know, I mean, like I don't even. I'm past the stage. I think maybe they have a psychological profile. They go grab them. They go into the lab, into the bedroom, and have these individuals created. That's where I'm at now with it.
Absolutely. Let's go about another 5 more minutes only because of the acoustic.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna turn it back over to you. Any specific questions that people in the street are saying, as you asked me, they agree with what President Trump is saying. They may not like how he said it.
Yes.
They agree with what he said in terms of the city. Dirty, filthy, infestation of rats. And those are the 4-legged rats. But the other day we had some 2-legged rats from Sharpton, Jackson. You know, your boy Tajiri, the one they sent in from Chicago.
Yes.
That's usually how they operate when they get money from Obama.
Yes.
What they say is you got to take one of my boys and put him in over your church or your nonprofit. So they sent Tajiri here from Chicago, right?
Yes.
So this is how they operate. Then they sent one of the guys, Joshua Harris. Brother Marcus called me about him. I said, brother, he never called me before, and you called me about Joshua Harris, running for mayor of Baltimore City. I said, this is that good. How come he didn't run for mayor of Chicago, right?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Real talk. Hey, real talk. Hey, I was like even the dynamics of it was everything political, including entertainment. Like, even the propaganda bombs that they drop on us, even to take away the pain with the Wire was a popular piece. The Wire, but now at least we've seen with the gritty conditions and stuff. They even show like the road the police place on and so forth. But like even this, they have these propaganda pieces now called Shy, and it's so watered down. You know what I'm saying? It's so watered down, and like I think at a certain time, the people demanded, even with entertainment, TV shows, to at least get a little more honest about the complicity of the politicians and the police, as opposed to just this, bad criminals in the community, the police trying to stop crime. What do you attribute to, like, you know what I'm saying, even the bar being lowered to, like, even with the propaganda they're putting out now? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this whole thing with the Shy, it's taking away like any political accountability to the politicians. At least you had in the Wire, they at least acknowledge, okay, it's just not these guys in the community, it's politicians, police. What do you attribute to that now?
It's a propaganda bomb for the most part.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what happens is, of course, you got the fake activists, right? That they bought in. Most of the activists in Baltimore today are not from Baltimore. They've been bought in. You know what I mean? Some are shit, some quick. They're not black leaders, but they're blacks who are being placed in the leaders.
Yes, sir.
They're the ones that they tell the media. When we call, this is the person you go to interview. You know how they do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So real grassroots brothers and sisters, they got a track record, got some skin, they got plenty of skin in the game.
Yes.
They can really give our people vision and sight and an analysis of what's going on. Unless we have programs of our own, they're not going to come and interview us. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, my brother.
That's part of it. The other part of what they do is they set up these PR campaigns. Following the uprisings, right, and the revolts, and some say the rebellions and the riots with Freddie Gray, they came with a program called Baltimore Promise. And all of the black petty bourgeoisie, they set up an organization. Diane Bell McCoy, that runs Associated Black Charity, they ran it out of an office over at the Village of Cross Keys. Money went siphoned to them. Prince came to town before a concert. The money didn't go to the masses. The money went to their classes and the ashes of the
Come on with it. Come on with it. Yes. Yes.
Now, they set up a organization called One Baltimore. The guy who was the head of that, his name was Michael Cryer. Michael Cryer is a bootleg who used to be the driver for Perry Mitchell. Now, they got a new program called We Are Baltimore. It's a hashtag. You know how they be, like
Yes.
Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
what's that group they had out of Chicago? BP Project 100, right?
The one they call the ones they call Kaepernick, the ones they Colin Kaepernick gave, you know, since supposed donate to $1 million. He couldn't find any other organization in Chicago donating nothing to. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. When the Colin Kaepernick gave money to,
Yeah.
it was given to him through Obama's My Brother's Keeper initiative. See, that's how they funnel the money.
A big washing machine, money laundering scheme. Yeah.
Money laundering machine. And then let's be clear, since you mentioned Colin Kaepernick,
Yeah.
you're going to get a lot of our people that you say, as Brother Jenny said, these weaponized celebrities that our people just stay in love with, but they don't really stop and examine close. Now, he, of course, came to Chicago, never really met with you, never supported you, knowing that you and your mother are in the fight to save, of course, Chairman Fred Hampton Sr.'s childhood home, right?
Yes. I don't. No, I strategically held my tongue. Yes, I say I strategically, and it was difficult too. I held my tongue for a long time to see what, you know, the status of our people, what we go for. You know what I'm saying? I'm constantly learning. You know what I'm saying? I watch they sell us. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts sometimes, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I sometimes I got blood in my mouth. But I learned a lot. I said, look, I'd rather catch a misdemeanor with some of these individuals as opposed to being forced into a felony. I've seen certain cats. I've seen how they roll. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful for these contradictions. You know what I'm saying? To see what these, and I gain respect. You know what I'm saying? I watch forces such as yourself, your consistency, and see, we take positions that are not popular. In fact, Minister U.E.P. said, being a revolutionary, one of the most difficult tasks of being a revolutionary is you have to fight in the interest of the people that don't even know their own interests. You know what I'm saying? And it's difficult. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts. But that whole dynamic, I watched it. And I'm still ain't really let loose. I'm watching different forces, how they respond. These contradictions are, as Minister U.E.P. said also, contradictions are the ruling principle of the universe, and we, you know what I'm saying, they are necessary. The whole dynamic, I said, how liberal, some individuals were liberal and not individuals were criminal. Even with that, you know what I'm saying? That blatant contradiction, you know what I'm saying? People say, well, does Kaepernick know us? Yeah, he know. You know what I'm saying? But I say, but you watch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes, indeed. When he played in Chicago on December the 4th, you know what I'm saying? And it did, you know what I'm saying? But the state, they was again, they put these individuals in no other genre. You know what I'm saying? People say, give me some accountability. Who was this individual? Where do they come from? What's their background? I mean, it's insulting when you do a little research, especially in this day of technology. It's the stuff that the type of snake oil that they sell us. It's insulting. It's insulting.
I just thank you, brother, for being consistent, man, and persistent. And thank you for reaching out to me.
I thank you. I appreciate you. We got to do this again, my brother. We got to think again. I'm going to talk.
I got to thank you because you reached out to me. I was scrolling on social media, saw when Carl Nelson on Radio 1 said he was bringing Professor Griff on and talking about what's happening in Baltimore City. Now, tell me what you always say about something like that. Like brother going to the football game, they say they ask you about what?
You wanted to the outside, you know, people at the tailgate parties say, you know, such and such is right there inside the stadium. They had dirt on their cleats. They on the ground in Baltimore. They inside well, what about such and such? You know, so a lot of people keep on saying, well, maybe people don't know. No, so the deal is the Sun Tzu said the cardinal principle of warfare is know thyself and know thy enemy. You know what I'm saying? People tell me sometimes, Chairman Fred, you be saying words that be going on people's head. I said, no, people can remember football stats and facts. They can memorize Lil Wayne's lyrics. You know what I'm saying? The people are capable of finding what they want to find out. You know, cats know where the new dope spot is at. They know where the new party at. You know what I'm saying? What's the latest gossip? You know what I'm saying? So people are capable. So the deal is, we have to be honest. There's not, in many cases, there's a vested interest on who we want to know. I tell people like, when I want to lose weight, it's certain things I don't hear. I drunk more water, Chairman. You gotta do such. I didn't hear that part. My brain. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I say, is this fattening? And if you eat this, well, Mr. Hampton, we told you this. It is already. So even with this struggle, there's a position that you know what I'm saying that people say they're going to change it. Whatever we say, this is going to be the spokesperson for this. This is going to be this. I say it's people that they found in Chicago, around Chicago, outside. Now these people couldn't find their way through the neighborhood with a GPS map. Unless they had a GPS map. It's a concern. Even with the chairman friend of Black Panther Party, I tell man, you didn't find people. I done seen people invite the lawyer who admit he's seen Chairman Fred speak one time. You know what I'm saying? And you got Akua and Jerry, widow of Chairman Fred, who covered down over him while they were shooting inside the house. This is wife and comrade. You know what I'm saying? You say, well, maybe they don't know. No, we have to stop playing games. We have to stop playing games. It's cool. Let's be upfront with it. You know what I'm saying? Because some of this information I'll be the first to admit it. It's too gritty. In the words of Jack Nicholson, the character he played in A Few Good Men. A lot of people can't handle the truth. But the deal is, we're dealing with some brutal conditions that we don't say we can afford to keep on playing fiction games with. You know?
That's right.
Real talk.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna be in contact, Chairman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love you more, revolutionary love. You better believe it. We got you. You got your back like a backpack, like a bulletproof vest. Revolutionary love, respect, and appreciate y'all. Brother Dan Muhammad, y'all make sure y'all be checking out State of the City, y'all. We talking about Baltimore, this whole discussion. He ain't hard to find. Real talk, y'all. Love, respect, my brother. Yes, indeed. Y'all, we just tag team, y'all. We just tag team, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Again, we ain't set tripping, just like throwing out there how they move around like chess pieces from Baltimore to Chicago, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? In a colonized community, we have to be able to network with different forces and say, okay, what's going on? A lot of times, a major tactic of the system is keep us subjugated. In other words, I'm in East House in the penitentiary. I don't care what's going on over there in C House. I'm on the West Side. I'm not concerned what's going on the South Side. On the South Side, or this is my house. I'm not concerned. I'm concerned about me, myself, and I. As opposed to you just take a minute to objectively put your ear to the ground, check your emotions, check your subjectivity, and say, wait a minute, maybe if I find some common problems, I can find some common solutions. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing new under the sun. And be open to a politic that transcends gender, generational, you know what I'm saying, and geographical lines. It's a lot of time we want to go straight to geographical. That's the West Side. That's what they do them. But once we want to go generational, it's old or young kid or gender. I'm listening to Monique saying Monique, the comedian, she laid out some powerful points, but she keep on trying to see it's how they do the black woman. I mean, man, the dynamic of to a man on this what's happening to this plantation. You know what I'm saying? To our people. You know what I'm saying? But this is something a lot of times most people get information from a reactionary perspective. In other words, when it happens to them, you know what I'm saying? Because mind you Monique, you know what I'm saying? When there was issues being raised with Monique about the movie Precious, I'm going to do what I do. Okay, so be it. But then when it happens to these individuals, they lay it out. You know what I'm saying? We say, come on with the information. However, there's a unique dynamic. The minister you referred to as servants of the people. We talk about contradictions, you'll see, even before it hits us. It's not about us, and it's objective. Because the deal is, when it's subjective, you're getting partial dynamics of it. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing it just the young people, just the women, just the men. They may alter their different tactics. But the deal is, when they came through Africa, when the Portuguese, the Spaniards, and the British, and the English, they came through. You know what I'm saying? They was making massive moves on our people, on African people. You know what I'm saying? You go through that Cook County jail, what's happening to the women, what's happening to the children, what's happening to the men, the breaking process. It's impacting all of us, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it's a Machiavellian system similar to where the British had fine-tuned a tactic where they would hit the Africans, then they would ease up on the indigenous community. Then they would switch it up, you know what I'm saying? And then you keep them off balance, you know what I'm saying? Because you ever say, whoa, wait a minute. These type of they came to Yoto last week. They call it Department of Children and Family Services. We ain't got that over here in Atlanta. We got Child Protective Service. Hold on, be cool before you start set tripping. You know what I'm saying? Do they come, well, how many cases of black children they snatched up? Huh? How many cases, you know what I'm saying, bogusly, where are these children being sent to? Wait a minute. That's in Haiti too? Yeah, they not set tripping. You know what I mean? Hillary Clinton was on it. She was on this board here too. They not set tripping. They get us caught up like, okay, it's just me or it's just the men and women. Listen, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, you know, hey man, whatever you want, they'll play them gender games with you. We gotta have a woman president. Hey, this a team effort with them. You know what I'm saying? Team effort. See, even the white women was even voting before, had influence on the vote before they were technically able to vote. So the dynamics of politics, again. You know what I'm saying? You again, vested interest. You know what I'm saying? And dealers, they know how to soothe our soul, tap into what you want. How you want this so pressure? How you want this side nine served up to you? You want to come through, you know what I'm saying? The feminist line, you want this come through this. How you want it? They can dress it up for you. You want the white nationalist Trump? Oh, you that's too rough for you? Man, reorder that drink, man. Get that Obama juice for them. Let them nod up on this for a 4-year term. You know what I'm saying? But the politics call the question, whoever it be, whether it be your cousin, your uncle, your mama, your man, whatever their last name is, whatever their gender is, whose interest you work in? The state of the people, y'all. We live in the record. We on the countdown. We looking at 7:45. We got any callers in queue, Sister Conrad? Any callers in queue? Y'all feel free to call in. Better yet, feel free to call in with us, y'all. Need y'all support. Y'all make sure y'all tap in with us. Chairman Fred Jr. at Gmail. Fremont, Conrad. Fremont, welcome. Fremont Radio. What to do, Conrad? Right on.
Just by coincidence, I typed it on and I was able to catch it. I thought that I'd be able to catch the show for months now, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with that, you know, but always great to hear the interview that you recently done with the president. That was powerful. That was a long time, you know? So you're right. We still trying, get ready for that event, get you in.
Well, right on. We though it ain't official. We ain't officially the cat at the bag though, but we looking at being down in New Orleans, the 504 on the Save the Hampton House tour. We looking at mid-August, y'all. So y'all get ready. Y'all get ready because we moving fast. We move organized. They talking about coming to get that Hampton House. We moving, y'all. We putting out a call, all our forces, all our chapters. We done met with our central committee yesterday. We finna tighten up our ranks. We finna do what we gonna do. We finna make these moves. We gonna fight, y'all. We gonna fight to save this Hampton House. We gonna fight. And the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? We say it's bigger than the building, more significant than the structure. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get, so we get going. I know a lot of our morale has been low different places. Gotta go in them corners, get this shot of water, and come back out swinging, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Again, save the Hampton House. We're gonna be touching down in the 504, y'all. And we ain't going down there for the Mardi Gras. We going down there to save. We have put the word to save the Hampton House. We want to make the connection with the conditions going down. You know what I'm saying? In New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? Detroit, Chirac, Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? In the spirit of internationalism. Yes, indeed. So what's anything in particular we should be updating? What's happening down in New Orleans, Comrade? Anything in particular?
Yeah, we're also get ready for the Hurricane America event. This time we're gonna put it on the 1st of September. Because for whatever reason, on the 29th, we're gonna be on Thursday, and because.
Well, I gotta get back down there for that. Then I gotta get back down there for that. Let's do it, man. Hey, I'm talking to people who I wouldn't talk. I'm ready to go places I wouldn't go to. I'm ready up the ante. I'm really grooving, man. Let's do it. That's up the ante, man. I'm ready. Hey, have bag with travel.
time and the work that they was the university thing. He talking about something. He talking about. He was talking about Dilla. Now he talking about something. Talking about Vegas. But I'm not sure how true that is.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Let's see the time. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Like I said, hey, comrade Stan says, "Mom, we tell them all the time, procrastination is the biggest thief of time." So let's do it. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I told we exposing contradictions. We out there in Maywood exposing why this Fred Hampton Aquatic Center got water and these children can't go out there swimming. You know what I'm saying? We doing call-ins to the village. You know what I'm saying? What's happening down there? Why is it that we got to take these children over there to the Hampton House with the water? You know what I'm saying? The water gonna about it's a swimming pool near the hill. Why is it these different athletes, you know what I'm saying, running around talking about they know Chairman Fred Hampton? You know what I'm saying? Why are these politicians and actors benefiting of this? And the people, the ones who Chairman Fred was talking about who he gave his life for, who he was serving, the people not benefiting. We call these questions, man, all over. I remember some while back down in New Orleans. There was some opportunists talking about doing a school called Fred Hampton. We went down there just asking simple questions. They backed up for us. On second thought, we will give y'all an education. You told them you will learn today. You try to play with that man's name. You will learn today. And they backed up off of it. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't cut no corners. We need none. Cut no corners. So keep us posted, comrade. Keep us posted. We're gonna work on, you know what I'm saying, about those dates so we can get those work.
Between 9 and 5, how to do the arrangement for us, coming in.
Okay, that's what it is. We'll follow up on it, no doubt about it.
Yeah, between 9 and 5. We'll be in touch.
Right on. Right on. I come right on. Free them all. Right on. Yeah, yes. Listening to when they claim it was damage of a storm. And we all seen the images. There's water all up in there. The community said they heard we was finna come. They called a question how they charging these people, the children. It's the same pool that before he was Chairman Fred, he went to jail for exposing black children because he didn't go swim in the pool. You know what I'm saying? So. Man, they ain't seen no storm yet. Real talk. Exposed, he's coming. Real talk. That's what, and also where you at up to the Imam Jamil Alameen. He was denied. Okay, y'all. Imam Jamil Alameen forming those H.R. Brown. There was an event recently in Atlanta. That we missed it already. It's not missed it. We just was convened. But we say Rosh Hashanah, he was denied his habeas appeal today. Again, PSA, People's Service Announcement. Imam Jamil Alameen, you know what I'm saying? Former H.R. Brown. Kathy talking about, have you heard of James Brown? I said, no, have you ever heard of H.R. Brown? He was denied his habeas appeal today, y'all. Dig this here, y'all. These are we get some shots in the arms, some morale boost in regards to the move now. Members of the move getting out. We still got to get Delvin Africa back in the community. So many others, y'all. That's it's going to corner, get our shot of it. And we all get going to corner at the same time. Someone get a shot of water, others be swinging, and we switch up. Pushing for this campaign, you know what I'm saying? Again, on unrelentless demand of, you know what I'm saying, the return of this asset, you know what I'm saying, to our people, you know what I'm saying? One of the most charismatic representatives, you know what I'm saying? We've seen, again, Imam Jamil Alameen, former H.R. Brown. Make sure we correspond. Matter of fact, get them letters going, intensify to Imam Alameen. Make sure, again, kiss the campaign demand that he be returned back to, you know what I'm saying, back to the community, back to the people, y'all. Y'all, you go back and check out the interview that I was honored and humbled to do with Imam Jamil Alameen, you know what I'm saying? Do some research on this force, you know what I'm saying? His track record, his resume, you know what I'm saying? And again, with that being said, simultaneously, just don't read about him, just don't hear about him, man. Do something about it, you know what I'm saying? Let's put the word out, you know what I'm saying? Time into your poetry, time into your conversations, you know what I'm saying? Time you go out on your dates or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever happened, tie it in. Again, free Imam Jamil Alameen, free them all. We took a blow today, y'all. But again, we got to keep on swinging, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because Marcus Garvey said failure is not an option. Failure is not an option, y'all. But Russell, if you can't post information, if you can't the correspondence information for Imam, you know what I mean? If you can't post that, I said to Melissa, where we get that at? If you can't post his contact information, as well as saying some the places we go directly and get some detailed information in regard to Imam Jamil Alameen, formerly known as H. Rap Brown. Again, we have any callers and cues to come right. Just come right. Okay, that's what it is. We okay, y'all. Again, we live at that. We frame all. We live at that Rick, y'all. In the spirit of making history, taking history, taping history, y'all. That's what it is, y'all. Okay, so Melissa gonna post that for us very shortly, y'all. Real talk. Welcome to Shana Johnson. Welcome to Freedom On Radio, y'all. I think we'll get some update from sister down in Nashville in regards to their court date. If she don't, since she followed up on us ASAP. They gave her they set a trial date for the call in. Okay, he's gonna post it up shortly. Melissa, I think Ross Elon said he's gonna post it up for us. I think that he's gonna post it up shortly for us. Hey, today also some other information, other news updates. They're waiting for the decision from the judge, Michael P. Tooman, to come back with a special prosecutor in regards to the case on Jussie Smollett as well on Anita Fox, State Attorney Anita Fox, and paraphrasing what someone was said at the press conference today. They're saying that he has a open window on time to get back. You know what I'm saying? And the pick whichever counties. Now you know what that means when they say the different, like when things say like Chicago, people understand like look at the different laws. Cook County, as opposed to Randolph County, Thompson, all the other counties with these more predominant white communities, got different dynamics. Even down to like there are certain laws that are so blatant. They have it where there was one law. I remember they said all counties, for the exception of Cook, juveniles had to be separated from the adult prison population. So you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we just see these laws. Oh man, Chicago they got different gun laws outside of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. So they're set the stage, you know what I'm saying, for the venue where they're going to have this case at. And if you don't think this case, if you don't know this ain't gonna be no lights, camera, action with this one. If you have questioned the political significance of this here, this is one of the most politically connected judges in Cook County. You know what I'm saying? This is with any movie, any movies that have been filmed in Chicago in the court scene. The Fugitive, like they've been filmed in his courtroom. He has a long resume. This is the sentencing judge for the state time on Jeff Ford, aka Chief Malik. This who gave Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. 18 years. Yeah. So they just ain't shooting. See the machinery they have. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't shooting the dice. They say, okay, where's getting the judge? Oh, hey, when I seen that paper in that gas station, I seen that whole process. Whoa. So again, they bring out their major players again. It's very political. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no acting scene. This is very political, y'all. So we go more in depth on that. You know what I'm saying? On the upcoming show though. On one of the upcoming shows. Okay, right on. You got to imagine what I mean. Information posted up, y'all. That's what it is, y'all. We have the corresponding information is the ID number as well as way some resources to commissary, y'all. Real talk, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So support your troops. You know, I can't make it no more plainer than that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's important. It's reflective on how someone sees you as a people, or sees us as a people. You know, so regardless, how do you deal with, different communities? I was talking to some guys yesterday. We told man, you can tell when the cartel, when they move in different places in Chicago, the cartel, he said, first they move on, man, set them back gates up. He said, yeah, I said, you go back and look at different places in Mexico, defense. That's man, what about getting this nice furniture? Defense. That's the first thought. In regards to our communities, man, how people who stand to fight for us, how do we deal with it? How is it viewed? How do we defense? You know what I'm saying? The support. Real talk. man. Okay, right on. Let's do the interview. Let's go. Like the judge, they called for exonerated 5 Hansel. Yes, indeed, 5 Hansel the judges. Hey, this ain't. Hey, this ain't. This ain't. There's no. This. I mean, we say a machinery, a fine-tuned machine, and the Chicago machine in particular ain't no joke. You know, when you look at the history of it, you know what I'm saying? The connection to it. Like we talk even the assassination of Chairman Fred, the picture of the Montclair. Man, the complicity of it is not just simple as just the police came on a murder. I'm talking about the different dynamics, how they made sure certain people, they locked up certain individuals, the court, who they raised up. This had Machiavellian machinery that we talking about. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know all the details, y'all. Real talk. That's what it is, y'all. Making history, taking history, and taping history, y'all. That was a phenomenal piece, opportunity we just had just to make that connection. We got to make these connections, you know, from Baltimore, France. Shout out to our comrades in France. We just seen and just posted some phenomenal footage. Comrades doing the Black Panther Party Cubs are doing now. Deputy Chairman Franco. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And again, y'all. Just a side note. Our Central Committee was in town, and they made it go. Our Central Committee representatives made a comment yesterday. I thought they would be talking stuff about you on this barbecue grill, on this fish, Chairman. Hey, it's the business. It's man. Next time we have the Central Convening, ain't no going to a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a stress relief for me though. So again, y'all come on. We gonna set up a stand over out there too down. You know what I'm saying? We going full force to say the Hampton House, y'all. Real talk, y'all. My brother Eric Mobley, I need to see you, man. Real talk, man. Need your energy, man. Come through touchdown with us if you can, man. It's Saturday, man. The Triple C's, man. It's always an honor to see you, brother. Real talk. Keep doing what you do, man. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Love and respect, y'all. I think we're going to count down. I was going to check one more time. Make sure we ain't get no callers in queue. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all put y'all put the word up on the calendar. Check back with, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. On the comrade, our advisory committee just said, you just brought a reminder to us, you know what I'm saying? Just like the judges. I'm talking, man, the details. Oh man, just flashback. I just flashed to that. The lawyers, it's just, the players. It's man, they hit you. It's like a box. It's like imagine the boxing ring. You go into the corner. You look at the referee. You see him. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the man. To the other corner, pass information. You're like, well, what's happening? Give me a wall to sun up my back up against. You know what I'm saying? And man, this whole time. I know. I took for granted a lot of people was even familiar with the Free Fred campaign, and I've been through. I'm starting to feel a little old now. I've been through so many teams and different forces and betrayal. And man, I try to come in with a fresh energy all the time, but it's a job, y'all. But I'm gonna talk about some of the details of the cases, you know what I'm saying, the Free Fred campaign, you know what I'm saying. I was here account some of the deals. We do a whole piece of this update on that, you know what I'm saying. When I was here captive, the case, yes indeed, says real talk, you know, real talk. It's man, I was watching something. Some of the excerpts, some TV show they get called Southside coming out, and I was just seeing them talking about, this is Kenny King College, so and I'm just flashback on the area where they framed me for the different attempts on my life, and you know what I'm saying, I was held captive, and couldn't find no lawyer, you know what I'm saying, the resources that was drained, you know, all that, you know, man. Quiet, you pull touchdown, man. I'm trying to work the machinery. I need this link to connect with this link. I need this link to connect with this link. I'm trying to make it happen. Y'all saying there'll never be another 50th anniversary for Assassination Chairman Fred in the Montclair. There'll never be another August 30th. You know what I'm saying? So again, you want to where you at? You know what I'm saying? We gotta make it look. We gotta tighten up. We gotta make it happen, y'all. That's what I'm telling you. I'm willing to. You know what I'm saying? Certain moves I said I wasn't going to do. Certain locations I didn't want to go to. I did again. I dare look back later on and say, damn, if I'd have done this event, we could have saved the Hampton House. You know what I'm saying? What if I'd have done this? I can't rest that night, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm going now full speed because the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to make this major monumental move, you know what I'm saying? And I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not, you know, and it hurts, but you know what I'm saying? It's humbling. You know what I'm saying? To see the deficiencies, so on and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But got to call a question, take notes. You know what I'm saying? So people later on down the road, people be holding up, oh man, you know, Kaepernick done this, or this such did this song for. And you say, man, you told me the same year did the Banks maybe they moved to the Hampton House? You know what I'm saying? I remember when I was held captive. I remember which artists. I remember, people who was talking this stuff. I remember us reaching out to he's a popular artist now. He was in Paris. I remember when this was the Panther hip hop. I remember reaching out. When I was held captive for some assistance on our case. I remember that. See, I have a memory like a Kenyan elephant when it comes to our struggle. You know what I'm saying? You said, some guy out there that said, man, you remember the A$AP Rocky came? I talked to A$AP Rocky before. I'm going to say this without going into detail. I say this, the conversation I had with him was nothing like the conversation I had with Nipsey Hussle. I tell you that. And a lot of things I hold back. Don't say again, sit back and let me see how people, who responds to what, how they respond, who they see as priorities, who they send out, what's the same usual suspects, what Pied Pipers they constantly send out to our community to make these big struggles, who can't touch on nothing else. Not only do I watch which Pied Pipers they send out, I watch which rats get in line and are able to go along and walk into the water with these Pied Pipers. Real talk, y'all. Music is playing. The music is playing, but the movement is moving. Real talk. That's what it, y'all. Let's make history. Let's take history, y'all. We're going to come on out of here, y'all. So we'll keep on moving. ChairmanFredJr@gmail.com via PayPal. Hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Come on through the Hampton House, y'all. We there. Let's make history. Take the water gun battle. Bring your water guns. Bring your children out there if you ain't scared. Come on, 2 o'clock, y'all. Sit down. We got the Kiara Cole family out there this past Saturday, y'all. And shout out to our brother Joseph Coles, man. You know what I'm saying? The family of Kiara Cole. Keep our heads up, eyes on physics. Again, another edition. Freedom on Radio, IntellectualRadio.com. Same time, same station. What's called Free 'em All.